captain, I'm strapped in. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a fashion, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Sick of the pain, no one to call up for help. No one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it on.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
To throw, Mills.
He finds his man, complete. It's Wagner.
This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form, and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football.
Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And brought in downfield by Burks.
Touchdown, Titans!
Traylon Burks
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Titans will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
They're going to try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Mills.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Mills.
Flush to his right.
Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
throwing. Mills. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. Mills again.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch...
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I'm going to play cards against this guy in the locker room.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. There he goes, left side. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mills. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week.
10 carries, 55 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10. On first down, it's Tannehill.
This one downfield to Burks. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Trailing Burks.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal forward pass.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long.
It's complete. Burks finding space at the 40. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
He gets it to Burks again.
Nifty move. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. Standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown.
And the Titans are pouring it on.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to bring up second down.
Mills now.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Set to punt, here's Cameron Johnston. This is taken at the 18. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tannehill now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mills. And that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Taken from just outside the 30. So dangerous with the football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Tannehill. This is caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Titans are able to widen their lead in this first half. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
Tannehill looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Houston set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Christian Fulton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
No surprise to see that one, Harvey. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This offense so far on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Titans have got it on cruise control.
And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense taking over again.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Christian Fulton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The Texans back out there and ready to go.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out pick.
And now here's another interception.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? Punt, PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week.
Well, it's a Titans touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans extend their lead yet again.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
Tannehill going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now Mills. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I have no idea how many yards I have. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill.
That pass taken in by Burks.
Touchdown! Traylon Burks with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And his drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more than he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken right at the 35. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a
touchdown, Titans. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Smith catches left side, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
Traylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Tannehill. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they're going with a screen here out to the right. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. force from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. First down, Mills. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mills again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? It gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And brought in downfield by Burks. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So we've passed the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Tennessee's offense back to work again. We'll see Traylon Burks. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. From the 24, Tannehill.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. After the sack on first down, Mills under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw. Catch is made by Hardman. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point by Moore, and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Robert Woods with career touchdown number 75.
And the Titans just continue to roll. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw, Mills. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Here's Cameron Johnston now. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Traylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 155 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Right back to him on 1st down. Shreds him with a stiff arm. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week? Hot-footing it into the secondary on that run.
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down and 4. Tannehill. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And it's a Titans touchdown. Traylon Burks. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. He's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Houston set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Christian Thornton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Yeah, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this pick has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Texans offense set to regain possession. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. 51 yards on the punt there.
Tennessee's offense back to work again. We'll see Traylon Burks.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Shoves him away. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now they're in the hurry up. Play action. It's Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
So how about the season, Charles, if he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith who had 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy out.
Back now in Nashville. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Harold Landry in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. From his goal line here, Tannehill.
That pass taken in by Burks. He's got room past the 30.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
From the 36, Tannehill.
He gets this one to Burks. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, BJ.
Touchdown! From 21 yards away.
And the Titans up on their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tannehill looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Mills throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly.
And my goodness, another interception. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is...
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
20, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of a cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Throwing on second and long. Mills. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Mills now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Traylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead
and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Titans are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Mills on first down. This ball caught by Mechie. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Mills. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Harold Landry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Everything right now going wrong for this crew. A chance to put 3 on the board at least, but it winds up being blocked and returned the other way.
And any hope they had, likely gone at this point. You might want to think about clearing the bench a little bit, let some other guys play.
That's caught, and he will not make it to the goal line. It's his. He's going to come up in. frustration to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A first down throw for Mills. Right side complete to Mechie. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. First down, Mills. Repeated the last play, going to Mechie here. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here. Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mills. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Mills. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. The kick by Maher is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block. Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives. Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can. He gets it to Burks again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Tannehill going to throw it. It's complete, Burks. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. A little whipped cream on top to their ending. Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well,